All right, here's for our next skill. So our next skill is to find the formula for sequences. So they'll ask it a few ways. They'll say find the formula for the general term an. They might just say find a of n, a subscript n, or they might say find the nth term formula. They all mean the same thing. So first thing you need to do is identify the pattern. So for this one, the pattern is that we're adding 6 each time, which means this is arithmetic. For arithmetic sequences, you use the following formula. So you take your first term, that's this a1, you add your difference, that's the d, and then multiply it by n minus 1. So our nth term formula, or our general formula in this case, would be -5, because that's my first term, plus 6, because that's my difference, and then you just multiply by n minus 1. And just in case you're not recognizing where those numbers come from, that's the -5, and then the 6 is this right here. Okay, then this problem also asks for the 14th term. So you find the 14th, which is written like so. You find that by just plugging 14 in for the n. So we did -5 plus 6 multiplied by 14 minus 1, and then you just calculate that. And in this case, you get 73. And you'd be done with that. All right, let's do another one. Obviously, this one will probably be a geometric so that you can see how to do it for a geometric sequence as well. So for geometric, that means there's some pattern of multiplication or division. So the general formula is you still take your first term, you multiply by their ratio, and then you raise it to the n minus 1 power. So what we need to do is identify the pattern, make sure that this really is geometric. You'll notice on the numerator, it's multiplying by 5. 15 times 5 gives you 75, and so on. And then on the denominator, you're just multiplying by 2. So 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, and so on. So that means that our ratio in this case is 5/2. And that makes it pretty easy for us to then figure out our general equation. So that's our ratio. Our first term is the 3/1. I'm going to write 3/1 as just 3. So we've got an equals 3, because 3 divided by 1 is 3. And then times 5/2 raised to the n minus 1. So that's your formula. Then the next thing they ask for is your 12th term. So just like the previous problem, you're going to go ahead for the 12th term. You're going to plug 12 in for n, and you're just going to type that into the calculator. Don't be scared if there's a decimal. That will happen sometimes. But let me go ahead and type that in. And I got a decimal. I want to see if my calculator will convert it. It does not. So my calculator just says that this is the same as 71,525.57373. And that would be your solution.